Good morning, everybody. Well, I am back up here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I am up here doing the Porter's Creek Trail, a very popular trail for a lot of people. From the time you turn off of 321 and you get on Greenbrier Road, you go into the park. Follow the river, come up around on the loop, and you will park, and from there you will go through the gated road and head on up. This was a very well-populated area for families to live, and there had to be a lot of people because the amount of people that were here. Now I am 6 miles out of Gatlinburg, and these families went all the way over towards Pigeon Forge here from Porter's Creek. So stay with us, and as we go, we'll see what we can see. There should be some old home sites, farm, cemeteries, waterfalls, and I will bring them to you and try to tell you a little bit about the area. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so as you're starting out at 200 feet of elevation, and you are going to 3,500 feet in 3.5 miles. At that point, that's where you turn around and head back. So you have a total of 7 miles out and back for this trip. Now the terrain is just it's moderate, it's gradual as you go. So it's, even with the incline, it's not that bad. So as you can see, we're walking on a little old gravel trail. And on up, I think it's supposed to turn into a normal trail, if I ain't mistaken. It's a beautiful day. I don't know if you can tell through the trees, but it's a beautiful day. About 91 degrees today. It's good and shady. We are walking along the river. Get you a little sight here. As you can see, by the time I get through, that's going to be refreshing. So, let's get on to stepping and get into something. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so back in the 1800s, the logging company wanted to come in here and do some logging. Just give it a minute. How you doing? Hi. So yeah, you can see this trail is very popular with a lot of people. But anyway, the logging company wanted to come in here and do some logging. So the families that lived here, they wouldn't have it. So they let them do selective cutting, and that's all they would let them do. So they saved the forest back then. And also, in the early 1800s, the Whaley family was thought to have migrated here and started living. Now, by the end of the century, it was close to 30 families that had settled here, made lives, farmed, made a living, and they were 200 and 25 children at one point who all went to school. And if you know where the Sugarlands Ranger Station is, going into the Smokies, that is where the school was. So this was a pretty good haul going from this point to that school. They were 4 grist mills, 3 cemeteries, 2 churches, 2 stores. They had blacksmiths. In the 1900s, the Whaleys had built a 2-story hotel, which were known as the Greenbrier Hotel. So that's a little bit of history I want to bring you. And as we go, we'll do a little bit more. So stay with me. I'm gonna get to stepping on up this little hill here. So, just a little tip. Pay attention to what you're doing when you're doing this trail. Because one place I missed as I was coming in, and hopefully I'll run up on it on the way back out. But at about a half a mile in, you will pass the Can Trail home site, and then right across the creek, the old farm. That's cool, set of steps going up. So just pay some attention as you're doing this trail, because there's a good bit of history here that a person can see. And I should be getting close to a little creek crossing on Long Branch. Should be a bridge. And up the hill from that bridge, look for a patch of crested dwarf irises. Some beautiful flowers. And that's another thing about this trail. Certain times of the year, you got some beautiful flowers here for you to see. There's one of the rock walls, part of the rock walls that was put up back then when the families were here. Okay, let's get on up the trail. Okay, guys, so like I say, pay attention, because right past the bridge, right up here on the hill, is one of the 3 cemeteries. So that's what I say. Everything necessarily is not right on trail. You just have to look. I'm so glad that the park keeps up with stuff like this. The Martin family. This is the wife of A.D. Martin. Her name was Hetty. 1872, died in 1903. Now here is a more recent. So that goes to show you, see, that, I mean, this is early 1900s, but still, you know, families were still brought up here to be buried. Of course, they probably still lived here, but still, I ain't positive, but it wouldn't surprise me if some of the families told other people, you know, hey, I want to be buried up there where my family is. And that would make sense too. I would be the same way if I lived here all my life and settled, just helped settle this area, then I too would want to be buried here. Okay, let's move on. Be a nice little campsite right here along the river. So now on up here, the way I understand it is the old road's supposed to end in what they call Porter's Creek. Porter's Creek is an open area, and that's supposed to be the first site where the Whaleys settled when they moved in this area. So we're gonna get up here and see if we see it. And if we do, I'll bring it to you. All right, everybody, so we are at Porter's Flat, and this little open area is supposed to be where the Whaleys first settled. There's our guys who keeps the place safe, so we thank them. So let's mosey on. Let's see what this sign says right here. Brushy Mountain Trail. Let's walk down this way and see what's down here. Just walk down here a ways. See if we see anything. The farm sites are supposed to be here somewhere. I'm not sure if it's this way or on the other, but we'll see. I don't think it's up this way. So let's go on back down. When I find it, I'll bring you back. All right. All right, everybody, we're coming up on the old farm sites here where one of the families lived. This is the old barn. Check it out. It was just amazing how they could build stuff like this back then, and it just lasts for centuries. Amazing. I'm gonna take it this is the old crib, corn crib here probably. Or maybe where they just kept livestock, yeah. This is so cool. As you continue, we've got something else over here, which I'm gonna take as being the house. You can just see it, the roof right there through the trees. I'm sure this was their water supply, the family and the livestock. Porter's Creek. And this is where they kept food. As you can see, little underground stream would come in here and it would keep it fresh. Part of the underground stream there, fresh water. I'm telling you people, I would live like this in a heartbeat. It wouldn't bother me at all. My family always said I was born 200-300 years too late. It's built in 1934. Smoky Mountain Hiking Club. I'm sure this wasn't built in 1934. This is amazing, guys. There's the sleeping quarters. Big old table for eating. Upstairs, don't know what's, well, I'm sure they kept stuff up there too. And it just keeps getting better, people. The outhouse. Yes, I have went to a few of those in my time. Okay, let's head on and get back on trail. All right. John Messer barn, built back in 1875, folks. Okay, everybody, I don't know if you can see it up through the trees, but that is Fern Branch Falls. Coming down. Comes on down this little bitty creek right here. There's a lot of wild lettuce and garlic along this creek bank too. All right, everybody, welcome back. So I had come to my turnaround point and I am heading back down to where I started. There's some sites that I don't know if I missed or I couldn't find or what, but like there's supposed to be a couple of more cemeteries and another old farmstead also that I did not find, or either I just went by them without paying attention. That's what I said earlier. You come into an area like this, pay close attention, because over the years, with the growth, the trees and stuff like that, it's not hard to miss it. So stay with me as we get on down this mountain. All right. Hey everybody. So I just had a couple to stop me here on the trail to let me know that right down the road there is a 4-foot rattler sunning himself in the sun. So I am going to take it easy going on down the trail here until I get past where they're talking about. So stay with me. Okay everybody, if you can see it, there's a rock wall right there. I'm wanting to say this is the remnants of the Cantrell home site. And there's supposed to be an old farm site here across the creek over here on this side, but I have not seen any kind of access or any kind of pass or nothing that goes to it. So again, that's what I say, you just have to really look for these places when you come. Now here are some steps. Like I said, I got these steps earlier. This might be part of the Cantrell, old Cantrell home site too. Okay, well, anyway, that's something that I'm gonna have to explore more the next time I come, and I'm sure I'll be back up here. Look at the butterflies, oh man. So, yeah, I'll have to explore this more, because I'm sure some of my friends are going to want to come up here and see this. So everybody, end of the day recap. Porter's Creek Trail. People, you have got to get up here and see this. This is history. History. There's so much to see here, and it just takes you back in time, the things that you do see. The old homestead I seen, the barn, and everything like that. So yeah, get on up here. It's about 5 miles out of Gatlinburg off of 321. You turn on Greenbrier Road. There's all kind of things you can do along the river as you're driving in. You can picnic, you can fish, you can swim. Get on up here and just explore and have a good time. So I'm going to see where that right there goes. So let me get off here and see if this is anything. Welcome back everybody. Folks, it has been a great day on trail. This is probably one of my favorite day hikes I've been on yet, as far as the history of the trail and the things you can see, and some of the places I didn't even find. I will be back up here. Let me put it like this. I'm gonna try to get back up here. I'm sure one of my friends is gonna wind up coming up here when he sees this, because he's a history buff too, and he loves things like this. So if he comes back up here, I'm gonna come back with him, and together see if we can find this other farmstead and these other 2 graveyards and stuff like that. So I just want to thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I will see you out on the trail.